we were referred to Pondo by some of the families in our church who had actually come up here before. And we loved that it was a little bit smaller camp. We loved that it was a lot more cost effective. We loved that it was closer. It's only 3 hours from where we live in Southern California. So we thought, okay, we'll give this a shot. And didn't really know what to expect. We didn't think we were going to be bringing very many kids up here. But these kids from our church were just these inviting monsters, just invitational magnets. And before we knew it, we had about 25 kids come up to camp, kids that were not connected with our church in any way. And we got up here, and the first thing that I noticed was like, this is a great intimate setting for a church that is a little bit smaller, for a group that's a little bit smaller, for a group that, man, hardly any of us really knew each other. And this was the perfect place. I immediately got to meet Dan, the director of the camp. And man, he was super welcoming and just made us feel really comfortable and made us feel like we were at home here at Pondo. And just loved the size of this place. It was intimate. And the great thing was a group our size did not feel swallowed up at Pondo. I really felt like we had a place here. I really felt like me as the group leader had a voice into what was going on at the camp. And loved that, loved the feel of this place. One of the great things that was a result of that first time up at Pondo a year ago, and this is our second winter coming back here, is Saturday night after the chapel time we have what we call church time here, and that was our opportunity to gather our kids and just talk about the weekend, talk about decisions that were made, talk about the impact of camp on the weekend. We kind of paused for a moment, and one of the girls in our group looked at me and said, "Jason, I think youth group just started." And I looked at her, I said, "I think you're right." And at Pondo a year ago, that's when our youth ministry for our church birthed. We had no youth ministry before we came up here. And this, tonight, is our 1-year anniversary of our youth ministry happening. And it's all because we brought our students up to Pondo. As soon as we got home from Pondo, we started meeting in our house every week. And man, God just started blessing it like crazy. And eventually we outgrew our house, had to move to a different location. And it's been exciting to see what God has done. And I love the fact that it happened at Pondo. And now this is a really special place for our church, knowing that youth ministry was born at Pondo. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with my students tonight, actually, and celebrate what a year has looked like, not only in our life as a group, but in their lives as individuals as well.